presentation. And all the turds are local. They're from Lincoln County, Knox County, and stuff. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a turd presentation. But before I do that, real quick, I wanted to share with you guys about something that happened down at Harvard University about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It was a poetry contest, and it was held inside the auditorium in front of the entire staff, alumni, co-work, everything. And it was 2 individuals, and they were given a word, and they had to come up with a poem using that word. They had to do it immediately. And the 2 contestants, one was a Harvard graduate, and the other one happened to be a redneck from Maine. So the Harvard graduate gets up, and he's given the word Timbuktu. And he thinks for a minute, he goes, the birds fly to the sky so blue, they fly down south towards Timbuktu. And the audience went nuts. I mean, because he was, one of their fellow students, and they went crazy. So he sat down, and then the redneck comes out, and he's given the word Timbuktu. And he thinks for a minute, he goes, me and Tim a-hunting we went, met 3 whores in a pop-up tent. They was 3 and we was 2. I bucked 1 in Timbuktu. So anyway, I'm just going to get started with my turds real quick because I only have a limited amount of time. But this right here, instead of a cuckoo clock, this is a poo-poo clock. And what we did see is we crammed them turds in between the numbers, so that's 130, 230, 330. Now, like any high-quality shirt with the extra buttons on the shirt tail, we provide 4 extra turds on the back with explicit turd attachment instructions. And we're working on incorporating the machine, so when that strikes out, it's going to go. That's that. Now, sometimes you get into a conversation with someone and they go, no shit. So we did that. We have a no shit sign. Yeah. Okay. And then we started making poo-poo platters, and I got 2 different styles of poo-poo platters. I got one with just all turds on it, and I got another one that shows the turds coming right out of the moose's ass. Those are poo-poo platters. We also have dingleberries. We got dingleberries with bells, and we got the balls. We got green balls, red balls, and we got the blue balls. Now this is good for the Christmas tree because you're gonna never have enough crap hanging off your tree. Or you can put it on the rearview mirror of your vehicle. See, and you take a corner and you got that turd just slinging all around the place. Now, not only is that a conversation piece, but true story, I once got out of a $50 parking ticket with a $5 turd. I give the cop some shit and he let me go. Off like blue balls. It's like an insurance policy. We also have, this is a new product. These are dingleberries with hairy balls. This is all raw sheep wool. And we have some with pillow head, dreadlocks, and everything else. But I got to keep it organic for the common ground fair and stuff like that. We also, these are little Santa Claus turds you can hang from the tree. They all got little felt hats on them and everything like that. But then we have, this is a brand new, this is shit-faced. We got that. And then right here, this is a deer that's got turds in his eyes. We call this a shitty idea. Now the fecal people, these are fecal people. And depending upon the shape of the middle turds, we can do it with big boobs or guts or butts or long legs or short legs. See, because no 2 turds are ever alike. We actually just got a request for a wedding topper for fecal people. So we made a little arch and we made fecal people. This one's got penis on it, and then these ones got the boobies and stuff. So when they dangle those. Now the keychains are handy, see, because due to the high fiber diet of a moose, the turds float. Say, for example, you would ever drop your keys in the water, you just look for a floating turd, that key's going to be dangling right underneath the turd. Now these here, instead of a popsicle, this is a poopsicle, otherwise known as a high-fiber fudgicle. Tastes like crap. And being on the coast, you always have this. This is a shit on a half shell. Mussel shells, oyster shells, whatever. And then we have pooey buoys. And these are all different colors, and Deb will sit there and paint them right up when we're at the fair, whatever, if someone has a special color they want to do. And then, of course, we got picture frames, and for your favorite shithead, and we do and for moose turds. See, those are all picture frames right there. And then we found a piece of wood, and I stuck a turd in. It's called a shithole. And this is a lying sack of shit, because we got And then we have a lingerie category right now, and this is prosthetics for ladies that have had breast cancer. But my partner Deb bought this new brassiere from Victoria's Secret. And every time she washed it, all these little things got all bunched up and her titties were all lumpy. So she got pissed and she ripped them out. So I took them and I cut the tip out and I put little turds in for the nipples. So you got that, but if you want to go out at night, you can reverse them. Look, and you've got great big And then we have, instead of them edible underbritches, we got inedible. And then over here, this is a new thing too. These are stool samples. I was embarrassed to go to the doctors with a bag of shit in your hands because everyone's looking at it. It's like, ew. This is a crock of shit. And then you guys have probably all heard of that Forrest Gump dude. Well, we have a Forrest Dump, which is a cow turd with shrimp that's got tree on it. That's a Forrest Gump. I know it's French. And then this is, instead of a school bus, this is a stool bus. And what we did is we ground up a bunch of turds and we formed it to look like a bus, and then we got little shitheads hanging out. And then of course we got mistletoe, which is very festive during the holidays because you can make out underneath the turds and stuff. And this is an ashtray. Instead of an ashtray, it's an ashtray because you can lay your smoke right in there between them turds. Anyway, I feel kind of bad about it because I came here and we've been doing the cannabis show, so we developed a shit clip, which is a turd. What you do is you put a big fat joint on that and you pass that shit around. And then we also have bags of shitweed, which consist of 4 or 5 turds with grass clippings. And then instead of fish and chips, we got fish and shits. And I forgot all those turds right there, so I feel kind of bad about that. But this is a shit on a shingle, and these are magnets. They're all sold separately, but you can personalize this. If you want to give someone some crap, you can put their name on it, give it to them. There's the sign. We also have a religious turd called the Holy Crap. They got that's coming out of them, and that's good for religious people and stuff like that. And this is a Metamucil, which is a high-fiber anti-laxative. Tastes like crap, but that'll bind you right up if you drink some of that. And then my kids, we have 3 little kids. And they kind of inspired me for this one. This is a skid mark. And it also shows how shit flows downhill, but I got so many skid marks. I don't know how teaching get on the way to the rest of them. We got candles, smell like crap, and this right here is a bass turd. See? It's a bass turd.
Very proud of that one.
Yeah. Okay, and this right here is a shit kicker. And then the last thing I want to end up with is that when I did the Common Ground Fair last fall, which is when all this shit hit the fan, for the first time ever I brought a cow turd. And it was just one cow turd. I set it on my table. I didn't talk about it. I didn't think about it. I didn't show it to anyone. It just sat on the table all weekend. And then finally, Sunday afternoon, I did a turd presentation, and some man looked at me and he goes, "What do you call that?" And I looked at it and I said, "That's bullshit." And he gave me $5 for that freaking turd. So I took $5 for it, so now we got bullshit. But then we got a penis. And what we do is we dangle that penis out of that and we call that fucking bullshit. No, the penis has got sunflower seeds, so you clip the tip, put a perch, you got yourself Black and Decker pecker wrap. So there's a couple more things that I didn't bring. I wish I had. I forgot them. I have a piece of wood with a turd on the end. It's called the shitty end of the stick. And I got number 2 pencils with the turd on the eraser. It tastes like crap, and stuff. And that's pretty much it. I encourage everyone to give a shit, and we ship shit everywhere. If you guys need a turd, contact us.